Movie Holics! What up, guys? I'm Kyler Wilson.
I'm Monica Casari.
And this is another episode of the Before,
the After,
and the After Hotel Transylvania Edition 2. We're talking about bad blood. Okay, so it's raining. I'm being safe. Don't have your phone. I'm ready to freak out. No hands.
Look, Mom, no hands. Look, Mom, no hands.
We're going to see Hotel Transylvania 2, which I'm personally excited for. You're fairly excited for, right?
I'm alright. I didn't expect for us to go to it.
We got a personal request by Anastasia Girl.
Anastasia.
Bing Bam Boom. Go check her out. Yeah, I mean, this probably isn't like a movie theater kind of movie, really, but I'm still kind of excited to see it. I think it's gonna be fun.
Like, I remember the first one. I did not want to watch it because I have.
Well, no, you did want to watch it, but then you found out Adam Sandler was in it.
Yeah, and I was like, actor avoidance syndrome. And then it was actually a really cute movie.
Yeah,
and
it was.
There were some little laughs in there, and so yeah, this one will just be a nice one just to chill and watch and just live in the fun. Because I like monsters, you like monsters. Let's be together on this thing.
And it's just, like, it's fun to see all the pop culture from the past, like, kind of come together. And it's like, oh, Dracula and Wolfman and the Mummy and so on and so forth. All-star cast. I mean, like, Adam Sandler and Michael Keegan-Key and, what's her name? Selma Hayek. And
a whole lot of people.
Like, just everybody's in it. It's just fun. So I'm expecting to walk out of it very, very happy.
Yeah. I don't think we'll be disappointed.
Yep, I think this is going to be a nice movie to relax. I haven't done anything today.
Finally!
I've literally played video games all day, and that's something I haven't done in a long time. So
get your relax on, girl.
So yeah, this will be a nice cap to that.
Yeah, just a lounge, eat popcorn, eat nachos, drink some cola, Coke, pop, however you say it.
Exactly.
And yeah.
Then we'll come home and Marvin Gaye and get it on.
Let's Marvin Gaye and get it on.
Anyways, so yeah, not a whole lot to say about it going in. Like, this isn't like a super controversial movie or anything like that.
It's fun. It's close to Halloween.
Yeah, looks like my birthday's coming up soon. Perfect way to celebrate. So anywho, that's all I have to say about it. I'm excited to see it and can't wait. Anything else? Bing, bam, boom. We'll see you in the after, people.
In the after, darlings. I hope there's not a lot of kids.
I don't think that anybody's going to be there today.
It's Friday and it's raining.
It's Friday, raining, and it's not a Friday night kind of movie. I'm sure everybody else is seeing one of the other movies that are out. I just want to notate how busy it is, but I bet when we get in the theater, there's not going to be a soul in ours. Everybody's here for everything else. Movie Holics kiss. Okay, so I wasn't totally right, but
nobody had nothing to do on Friday.
It's not that bad. It could be worse. It could be worse.
As long, yeah, I guess it could. For now.
We got 10 minutes before the movie starts, so we'll see. Okay, so I can't help but feel like this is gonna spawn boatloads of conversation. What'd you think?
It's funny. I mean, yeah, the underlying topics are so many. I mean, right down to kids having kids, basically, because the vampire girl and the human boy represent what most of parents with the kids have today. They're still young and they have a kid. They ain't grown up all the way, and then they have these decisions to make, and it's just like
this movie. Okay, first, I just gotta go on record and say that it wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be. Personally, it was still entertaining.
They just try to interject too much nonsense.
It was all over the place. I'm so confused as to what they were trying to accomplish.
You can straight go out that way, hit that street, hit the light.
Thank you, baby.
Just letting you know.
There's this underlying topic throughout the entire thing of acceptance, and I laughed.
And it's funny because it was different types of acceptance. It was like being a monster. Okay, mad about not being a monster, and then it was like being mad about what was the other acceptance portion? It was like it was just weird. Like
I enjoyed it for the most part. Like I laughed a lot.
Yeah, we had that.
But at the end of the film, I'm left distracted by the indoctrination that they were going for. They were trying to like do this whole thing on, like, clearly they're trying to say, you know, like,
it's
racism is bad, there needs to be gender equality, you know, it doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, or...
Yeah, gay, the whole... It was trying to hit all kinds of different points of discrimination,
yeah,
but...
it was just so in your face with it. Yeah. Up to including the rainbow teeth in the mini-mart. You know what I mean? With the Slurpees?
Do you think that meant something?
Oh, come on! Rainbow teeth?
I don't know. I think that might be pushing a little bit.
I don't think so.
But ultimately, I mean, yeah, it's like, what does it care what he is? You know, and then it's like, oh, but is he gonna be a monster or a human?
But then they shit all over that message by the end of the film, and I won't go into that here. I'll save that for the discussion, but by the end of it, they've shat all over that concept they've been preaching for the entire film. It's all a waste. Anyways, I enjoy it. This is so weird. I'm so like...
I mean, it's weird because the first one was kind of about was kind of acceptance.
It wasn't like this,
but
though.
It wasn't pushed like that. Like, it's like they had to get a message out. Amongst this young couple that just had a baby a year after. Like, and I'm not hating on people that, you know, have started young, because it's our generation nowadays.
Right.
That's what it is. And I just thought it was funny that, you know, them as parents still look like teenagers, dress like teenagers, like, didn't...
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's really funny.
I was sitting there towards the end, I'm like, there's so much to talk about. As to, like, there are good things to talk about, but there are bad things to talk about, too. It's so weird. It's so weird. This is a very bizarre film. I'm very glad that we watched it, actually. So I think it's going to be a good discussion. One piece of housekeeping. Go subscribe! Moving on. Okay, so we sat on it a day, right? Did we see this last night? No, we saw it 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
Sorry, I've been working. Leave me alone. And I've got a lot to say. That's why
that new?
We've kept the sections. We only have 5 sections, so typically we have like 10. This is gonna be fun. So previews. The Good Dinosaur. Would you see it in theaters?
No.
Not in theaters. I would. This preview, for whatever reason, has just got me. I don't know why. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The preview it's good. The preview's good. Admit that. The preview's good.
I don't even remember the preview because I tuned it out.
Oh, it's so uplifting. Okay, fine.
Uplifting.
I loved it.
I have to go back and watch it.
She needs to go back and watch it. It looks good. I mean, not that I will see this in theaters, so I just need to put that out there. Like, we're probably not going to go see this in theaters, but based on the preview, I would see it in theaters. So, moving on. The Secret Life of Pets. Bro, come on. You don't have a heart if you don't want to see this movie.
I mean, yeah, I'll see it, but I don't know if I'll see it in theater. What? You know how I am with movies like that.
She doesn't like kids movies. Like she doesn't like Finding Nemo.
I ain't even watched it all. I don't think. I've watched it all in different times.
Dude, you just don't know what you're missing. Fine, whatever. Pan.
Why did it take so long for this movie to come out?
Has it been in production hell or something?
For like
know that.
ever. Like it was gonna be canceled.
Really? Canceled?
Mm-hmm.
With Hugh Jackman?
Mm-hmm.
Canceled.
It was like postponed for like ever.
He looks pretty good as Hook. I mean,
he's not Hook.
Huh?
He's not Hook.
He's not Hook.
He's Blackbeard.
What?
You didn't realize that?
What?
Yeah, it's it's about Pan in the beginning, the first guy, and then Garrett Hedlund plays Hook, and then their issue goes on after that.
I've got to see this now.
So it's like a prequel intro.
It's
like a retelling in a
That's
way.
really interesting. I did not know that. I just learned something.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Fine. Based on the trailer, though, I would probably not see it in theaters.
I mean, it looks really pretty, but it's gonna be CG heavy.
Yeah, it's gonna be super CG.
Kyler's favorite.
Exactly. Okay. Peanuts. The Peanuts movie.
I'll watch it in the comfort of my own home.
She loves Peanuts, though. I'm kind of shocked.
Yes, I am a Peanuts fan. Yes.
It looks good, though. It looks true
cute
to the story.
Yeah, it looks cute.
So
it gives him a little bit more of a voice.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta say, based on the preview, if we had a kid, I would want to go see that over a lot of these.
Because most kids don't even know what Peanuts is nowadays.
This is true. It's sad. It's a sad, sad, sick world. Anyways, next one, Angry Birds. What the hell?
I never even played the game.
What? I did. Okay. It's just it's a Castle Crushers ripoff, right? Or Crush the Castle. I'm sorry, Crush the Castle ripoff. They got way popular.
I have no interest in seeing this whatsoever.
So I think the movie looks pretty. I think the preview's good. Am I crazy? I think the preview was a fun preview.
It had pretty colors.
It did have pretty colors, but it's like 2 years too fucking late though.
Like everybody done fell out of the Angry Birds.
Nobody plays Angry Birds anymore, do they?
All about Frozen. And
I don't like
Transform or
Candy
Frozen.
Crush. Where's the Candy Crush movie?
Don't nobody like Candy Crush no more.
They like Candy Crush more than they like Angry Birds.
It's like, what are people playing now? I don't know what people, because I don't play games on my phone anymore.
Yeah.
PC or console.
Agreed.
Not phone.
Goosebumps. We've seen this preview 1,000 times. I will see it October 16th. I'll be right there.
We'll see it.
It's my birthday.
On your birthday.
Girl. Okay. Getting into the movie. All right, so I'm going to go tell you up front. Here's what we're going to cover. We're going to cover the pluses. We're going to cover the minuses. We're going to do the story. Cover the story, I should say. We're going to cover its message. And then we're going to cover how this movie shit on its own message. So it's going to be fun. You guys are going to like it, I think. So pluses. Why don't you kick it off?
Pluses. It was cute. It was fun. They try to interject as much music that we hear every day into it to try to keep us locked in. All
Sony music, probably.
Everything Sony. It probably was. I mean, I like the animation itself. It was cute. It was just cute.
I think it was a fairly good movie.
Had some funny moments.
There were a lot of funny moments. The humor wasn't just kid humor. That's always a plus for me when it comes to kids movies, and that's one of the reasons why I can enjoy them so much when I watch them. Usually, I mean, as you said, cute, funny moments. Adam Sandler wasn't a distraction for me. He did good in the first one. I think he did good in this one for the most part. There are a couple things that I'll cover in my minuses. I mean, all in all, I thought it was a nice family friendly movie with just enough, adult humor to make it bearable for the parents who didn't want to be there in the first place.
Right.
So there you go.
Parents don't be wanting to take no kids to no movies.
The minuses.
The minuses for me were probably the messages that they were trying to convey. It got a little bit annoying. In the beginning, it was kind of, all right, we'll let this slide.
Agreed.
But I didn't think that it would go to the extent that it did.
Yeah, it went from like a message to preachy, I think.
Yeah.
And that was distracting. Other minuses for me, though, there were like Adam Sandler playing a song. I was like, why do you have to play a song in every single film that you do? That was one thing that I was just, I mean,
he just got to remind people that he does play songs.
This is true. I felt like this voice, I did feel like he was a little more Adam Sandler this time than in Hotel Transylvania 1.
See, I feel like he was less.
You feel like he was less? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe we watched 2 separate movies. Maybe I was drunk and she wasn't.
No, I forgot it was even Adam Sandler while I was watching it compared to the first one.
No, I was fine in the first one. I mean, the first one I felt good about. I mean, in this one, it's just, I don't know. I felt like it was literally in the voice, like the delivery of his voice. It just felt, I heard Adam Sandler a lot more, I felt. But, I mean, I don't know. I hear voices in my head, too, so. I'm joking. Let me see. Any other minuses specifically? I felt like the beginning was really, really rushed. It was one of my biggest problems at the very first of the film.
Yeah, it was totally quick.
Like, so, if you're coming off the first film, you've got, his daughter, Dracula's daughter. He is Dracula, right? Yeah, well, I get confused because Vlad the Impaler in the lore of the whole thing is supposed to be Dracula. So
I just realized I don't know any of the characters' names.
Well, Vlad is
that's the only one.
His grandpa, great grandpa, and then
Mavis is the girl, Jonathan is the boy.
Yeah.
But I don't know what Frankenstein's name is. I don't know what the wolf's name is.
It's probably Frank, right? Regardless, we'll call them by their traditional names, the Mummy and so on and so forth. But yeah, so they fall in love at the end of the first film, and everything's fine and grand. And then in this film, it kicks off, and it's like they go through like
it's a year, I
4 years of footage. Yeah, they go through 4 years of content in 15 minutes.
Pretty much.
I mean, like, it goes from, oh, they're getting married, to, oh, they're having a baby, to, oh, he's a 1-year-old, to, oh, he's 4 years old and going to be turning 5 soon, and he still doesn't have his vampire teeth. And it was just all so, like, blah, 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 blah. It was just thrown, like, it was so fast. And I feel like that they could have possibly made a better film using some of that content. You know what I mean?
It's almost like they rushed it just so they can put this massive message in it. Have enough time to get this message through. Yeah,
they spent so much time on like this last couple weeks of him being a 4-year-old, when I feel like there's a lot of really good drama that could have happened, like kid-friendly drama, clearly, in those first 4 years, where like Grandpa's still waiting on those teeth, and it doesn't happen, and I feel like the point that we started watching the film, or that the movie actually kicks off, where he's like 4 years old and going to be turning 5 in a couple weeks, I feel like that should have been like the last half of the film.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
Fairly agreeable. Okay. So that was I think the biggest detractor, aside from our biggest detractor, which were the message. So again, this story is all about like the coming, not the coming of age, but like kind of the coming of age of the young vampire that we don't believe is a vampire the entire film, basically, until Grandpa is wanting him to, he's going to be a vampire, All right. That's the basic gist of this story. It's just that time, you know, like trying to make him like turn into a vampire. So the message, I think the overarching message is accept everybody for who they are, right?
Yep, acceptance, ultimately.
Now,
Type of acceptance.
That's a great message, right? But they
jam-packed every type of acceptance message into that one, it seemed like.
Yeah, it seemed like they were making a public service announcement for the world versus trying to do what you're supposed to do with a film like this, in my opinion, first and foremost, is make something that's entertaining for people to watch. And then you stick in your message.
It's like they looked up the word discrimination, and looked at every listing that it had, and then just try to push it into the movie.
It really does feel
like
that way.
We gotta cover.
We got to make sure that gay people feel good about everybody. We got to make sure that big people feel good, and we got to make sure that
in-laws,
that like different races feel good about themselves. Like it was, and again, I'm not saying that these are bad things. Clearly, we agree with, like, you know, everybody being friendly and everybody being accepting and so on and so forth. But the way that they delivered this message just felt very in your face, and it felt like the company was trying. And this is something. Remember back when I did Jim and the Holograms trailer trash, and I'm like, they're using these girls. They've chosen these girls specifically to manipulate your daughters into liking their product, and that's what this felt like. Was that they were choosing these specific topics to manipulate you into liking it, and that I have a problem with. Now, you know, you probably, a lot of you, you're looking way too deep into this, bro. But I don't feel like I am.
No, it's pretty clear cut. You know, there are those instances where people do look too deep into things, like for no reason that it's not there, but no, it's clearly blatant. Like, you can't ignore it. Kids may not realize it. Kids won't realize it.
I mean, not until they get older, you know.
But adult-wise, you can see it, and it's so easy to pick out because it's right there.
Yeah.
It's not trying to cover it up. So ultimately, we're not really picking. It was clearly there. So it was open for discussion in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, it very much feels like this was all very intentional. I mean, there were things that happened that were just like too in your face. So we'll kind of like put a cap on this because it all does rumble into like one little thing, which is why we're not doing our timer, by the way, because this is a quick discussion, but a good discussion. So I believe personally, and I've discussed this with Monica prior to sitting down and filming this, that this is how I thought, and I was asking to make sure that we're, you know, fairly on the same page when it comes to our thoughts before we jump into a topic like this. But I feel like the message that they were trying to relay to us the entire time, they shit on. And so, spoiler alert, the kid's a vampire. He gets his teeth at the very end. Now, the whole movie, the mother, she's been trying to find a place in California, somewhere where she doesn't like the word normal. She says several times, I wish people would stop using the word normal. But she's trying to find a place for her son to go where he fits in better, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But she the whole time is complaining that the grandfather who Adam Sandler's character, Drac, he's been wanting his grandson to follow in the family footsteps this whole time. And she makes the Count out to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
There was at one point you even said, you're like, he's just wanting him to, it's just
wanted to continue the legacy.
Yeah.
As any family would want.
As literally any family member, like, yeah, you want your son to follow in your footsteps, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a good father, clearly. I mean, but you want your family to be like you know?
I mean, and it's not every family, I think, has the hope for their kid that they're going to be a certain way. They're going to like certain things. But it doesn't always happen that way.
Right.
But every parent, I feel, has that wanting for their kid to be in a certain place.
Yeah. I mean, and I hate to use the word normal, but like you have the hope for your children. They grow up as a normal kid, that they're good at things and that they're popular and so on and so forth. And all Dracula wanted, I can't believe it's such a funny conversation. All Dracula wanted was for his grandson to be like him. Mm-hmm. That was it. And he wasn't like overbearing about it. He wasn't going to disgrace the kid, like
kind of easy.
He just wanted him to be a part, be part of that whole thing. And so okay, so fast forward to the end of the film, and now the kid's a vampire. Well, the whole movie, what's her name? Mavis. The whole movie, Mavis has been trying to find a place for them to live where he'll feel more at home. Regardless of what the kid thinks, by the way, because the kid has said 1,000 times throughout this movie he doesn't want to go.
Because ultimately it seemed like she wanted him to, she thought he was going to be straight human. And so she was looking for all these places. Would he have really fit in if he wasn't going to be?
Clearly not. He didn't want to go. So he's a vampire, and she's like, okay, well, we can stay.
But why were you so mad earlier?
You've been preaching about acceptance?
To make the decision, and like she didn't even give time for them to hit his 5th birthday and see what was gonna happen. It was just, no, this is what we're doing, and it's final. He's gonna eat his avocados. He's gonna be a human. I don't understand why she was pushing so hard for him to be human.
Yeah, it seems to me...
they knew the possibility of him being a vampire had not come to conclusion yet.
And she is the person preaching for tolerance and acceptance for anything, for anybody. She's the one that's like, you need to love him no matter what, and blah, 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 blah. But then suddenly she's like, well, okay, he can stay now that he's a part of the crew.
Yeah, like, we couldn't wait for that to happen. You had to try to hurry up and try to go stay with the in-laws, which obviously the in-laws
were fucking crazy. Sorry.
They just, obviously that was a little message too. It just goes to show that obviously there was no, I feel like the way the movie was rushed is that they have not met before at all. They just happened to run off, have a kid, and parents meet each other, and then parents are like, and then, again, parents of the expecting parents of the expecting child are always going to try to have that sway as well, because everybody wants what's best for the child.
Right.
Even though we obviously see these two worlds, obviously something's going to go into mix. It's not going to be just one set thing. And it comes down to the parents, which they did a really interesting job of displaying Mavis and Jonathan as parents already, because I feel like that's how parents look nowadays. They're young, they're still
kids.
Hipster kids.
It's kids having kids.
And they're trying to make decisions, but still want to be young and do things. And it was really interesting to me that they took that that route. Yeah. But that's gone to show that's what our society is now. Kids aren't...
it's literally it's just kids having kids, all the time, and it's just it's so frustrating. Like, it's so frustrating because it sounds like we're shitting on a good message of acceptance,
and we're totally not. It's just the fact of the matter. It's why did they push so hard for it to be shown and then completely just go against? Or kind of like slap in the face, kind of.
Yeah. It was a slap in the face to everybody who is different. Like, only because he was different did he get to stay in the different crowd. She was the one pushing for normality. Mm-hmm. But they paint her in this light of like being the good parent trying to look out for her child, but she was the one pushing for normality the whole time.
And of course the husband he wanted to stay there. He don't have no say so. He didn't want to have no say so. Kids having kids.
Man. So it was frustrating. Like by the end of it, it was frustrating. Now, I still enjoyed the film. I mean,
yeah, it's still cute.
I still thought it was cute, and I think it's a good film for your kids. But as a filmmaker, as an adult, first and foremost, as an adult, then as a filmmaker, looking at it, like I feel like these are things that were really, really missed, and they weren't delivered in a good way. And I think that they were delivered in a very manipulative way. And that's what I have to say about it.
Peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, we're not hating on the message. It's just the messages were so plumped up and so many at one time that you can obviously tell that they kind of got cluttered with trying to resolve the issues.
Right.
When this wasn't an issue. This shouldn't be an issue, but it was. All because she wanted her kid to be a certain way. In
trying to solve an issue, they create an issue
that hadn't even happened. Yeah.
They're trying to. She's trying. Like they're. We
still had the 5 years old.
Yeah. She's trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist, and this entire movie happens because of her inexperience as a parent. You know, we really have gone off the deep end with this movie, but it's not our fault. I mean, I'm sorry. Like,
and I'm pretty sure some people may not really realize it,
or give a shit.
Yeah,
or care,
and that's fine. But we're just saying what we saw, and the issue didn't have to be pushed. It's funny because as much as equality and acceptance is being pushed for the past couple years, with all the introductions of the ways people live, the way people, are, I feel like they didn't have to have that message.
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to be people that don't accept. That's fine.
Yeah, period. Like that old racist dude
that's been
people. Racist his entire life, he's not going to change.
Exactly. So ultimately it's up to parents to also raise their kid up in an accepting motion and not necessarily have movies to be blatant about it.
Yeah.
To direct it. It all comes with the parents, honestly.
Parents.
So we're not hating on the message. It's just the fact of the matter is, why are we still pushing this message? People have made their decisions on if they're going to like something and accept something or not.
And again, it's just like the blatancy in it. It's just, you don't have to be so in your face. Anyways, we need to wrap this up.
So still cute. Just the message itself. I personally feel like it was unnecessary.
Yeah.
I love everybody, all kinds of people. They didn't have to remind me to do that because I was raised to do that.
Right. and I hate everyone. I'm joking. I love you all. So yeah, I mean, guys, I wouldn't go see it in theater, but I think it is still a fun film to watch. If you have kids, certainly they're gonna enjoy this film, I believe. Hopefully, just not as much as hopefully not as much as that kid. But yeah, I mean, so check it out. I mean, let us know what you thought of it. If you don't check it out in theaters, watch it when it comes out on DVD or Netflix and chill. And coming back to this video and let us know what you thought about it. That's all we got. That's all I got. Do you got anything else?
I wish we got to see more of the other characters.
Like the mummy and whatnot?
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
It's not their movie. I mean...
I know. I'm surprised there ain't been no spin-offs of them, though.
Well, you just wished it into existence.
Ooh, I take it back, genie of the movies. But yeah, so...
More. Monica wants more.
I feel like
more
the
Hotel
kid thing was
Transylvania
rushed.
things.
I don't feel like there should have been a kid the second one.
We are never gonna end.
Now that I'm thinking about it.
What'd you think of this video, guys? Make sure to let us know in the comments section below. And as always, make sure to hit us up on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and SoundCloud. Come over here and do movieholics.net. Daniel swears he's gonna do a movie pilot logo at some point, so it should be somewhere like right here once it happens. And
I don't know who that was meant for.
and yeah, that's it. I have nothing else. We've gone on for Actually, this is a short episode of Before the After and the After. So we've been doing good. Boom. Oh, wait, that was terrible.
Ooh, that was the wrong hand. You gotta look at the hand.
There you go.
First rule, don't do it with the wrong hand. You gotta do it with...
Anyways, yeah, that's it. I'm saying, I don't even want to...
See you, love you, bye.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to high five it out. I love you guys! Yeah! Good God, man.
It's Mongolian grill time.
Oh, boy.
What? I didn't eat mine.
This is not a paid advertisement.
I'm hungry.